Hey dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to get into Jungkook and Jimin being in love with the same woman, who happens to be a CEO. This is definitely a very interesting and cute tea we will get into today. I also want to get into a girl sniffing body odor of idols, and maybe Taeyang has been affected as well. I wanted to get in what was going on and what people have come out and said. So grab your dumpling tea spilling mug merch and let's get into the tea. If you're new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified anytime a new video drops. And if you're a hater lying to me the first leave your hate comment, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also so you can be first to do so. Now let's jump into it. Now before we begin, I do have to give some backstory here. So J-Hope sir, actually has a sister who is extremely successful. She owns her own YouTube channel where she promotes her brand, and it's just all very good and very smart of her. She is definitely successful outside of J-Hope's help. Like, she isn't just successful because of him. In fact, I don't think most of her customers are even aware she is J-Hope's sister. But she is actually a huge army and actually stands Jimin and Jungkook. She is a huge supporter and buys the merch and all of that stuff. It's actually extremely cute. You can see her in photos wearing and repping the BTS. Now, there was an interview a while ago. J-Hope was asked who he would set his sister up with in terms of the members. J-Hope quickly talked about wanting to set Jungkook with his sister, and Jungkook was immediately flattered. However, at the time, Jungkook was a bit underaged, so it might not have been the best. Jimin and RM even joked that it would be illegal for them to be together, obviously. But when asked if Jungkook liked J-Hope's sister, Jungkook replied saying that she is very beautiful, and she really is. They do look alike, so we know that J-Hope would make a gorgeous woman as well as a gorgeous man. Now, J-Hope's sister, her name is Jiwoo. Jiwoo said her bias was Jungkook at first. Now, during an interview, J-Hope said that Jiwoo's favorite was initially Jungkook, and Jungkook responded saying, initially? I would have said the same thing. Like, what did I do to make you hate me now? But apparently, J-Hope was on the phone with Jiwoo, and Jiwoo could barely stick to one bias. I don't think she would have to pick, right? Like, these are all her brother's friends. But according to J-Hope, she could not stop talking about Jimin. And when J-Hope asked about this in an interview, Jimin's face immediately started smiling, and Jimin said, Nuna, I love you. Oh, to be Nuna. To which Jungkook said, I'm disappointed. And then he jokingly added that next time he is not going to meet her, and asked why she had to go and be like that, which is so hilarious. That is literally me when BTS does not show me enough attention or dedicate every song they make to me. I'm just like, why do you have to be like that? Why? I think this is so funny. They both obviously want Jiwoo to like them, and they even had a cute little small fight for her love. It's absolutely adorable. I do think it's very normal though. I think everyone who's been following BTS for a long time would have had their bias change between each member. You can be loyal. I just feel it's incredibly difficult when each member is literally so amazing. I love Jimin. Jimin is my love. Always will be. But I think for a while I fell for Jungkook, and now I can't stop staring at V. He's literally so beautiful. Like, he literally looks so perfect. But you know what? I can love all of them. That is why we're all married. Every day of the week I can be with a different member. One of you guys put nicely and said, I have one bias and 6 other bias records, and I love that. Now, J-Hope's sister is already married now. She posted a wedding vlog on her channel a few weeks ago, and she is no longer available for either Jungkook or Jimin, which must make them incredibly sad now. I'm joking. I don't think they were actively pursuing her aside from the interview. I wish they would fight over me during an interview. I definitely wanted to see what some people were saying over on our Tweetster about this. One person wrote, Jimin dating J-Hope's sister would be the best thing to ever happen in my life, though I'm not related. It would definitely be interessante, because J-Hope would then be legally Jimin's brother, and it would be amazing. However, I feel like Jimin and J-Hope are already brothers, so it would be a little weird. You know what's actually weird is that Jiwoo would marry Jimin in this fantasy world, and J-Hope would know about Jiwoo's husband, Jimin, more than Jiwoo would know about her own husband, Jimin, because J-Hope would have known Jimin longer. That's just weird, right? Or is it not to have your brother know more about your husband than you do? I love that this resurfaced on my timeline. I think it's super cute. I do hope Jimin and Jungkook do find someone, and hopefully they're not going after the same person, and none of that dating my friend's sister nonsense. Plenty of non-sisters out there today. For example, I will never be anyone's sister, so look over here. I'm kidding, but not really. J-Hope seems to be okay with it though, if it were to happen. And I think he would be happy that it would be any of his close friends than some random stranger he doesn't really know. There's a lot of random strangers BTS encounters that gets a little too intimate, and it's definitely not even in the slightest okay. Like, these people need some therapy or maybe jail time. I'm of course talking about these crazed sessions that exist, not just with BTS, but all idols. Now, a couple of flight attendants actually came out for a recent interview to talk about their career and the celebrities they've met. And in this particular part we are talking about today, we are getting into them seeing how fans react to idols and BTS. Now, V or Taeyang has been someone who's been open about how he feels towards Sesson fans. He's been open about how he doesn't like them. They don't make him feel good. In fact, one quote Taeyang actually said this: "Whenever we fly, whether short or long distance, there are people who found out where we sit in advance. They would sit in front of us or right next to us, and it made me a little uncomfortable. Well, honestly, I wish they wouldn't do it. It scares me really." Good quote. I love it. I think it very much clearly explains how anyone would feel in that situation. One of the flight attendants in this interview talked about how Sesson fans use telephoto lens, which, if you're unsure what that is, it's one of those very big photography lenses. You've probably seen them. They zoom in very close, so it could be like 40 feet away from BTS and still get a close-up photo of them. The flight attendant has also watched some of these crazy fans pay cleaners to take photos or have staff record conversations with the idol, and some go as far as stealing luggage to see what's inside the idol's bag, which is likely clothes, face wash, and stuff, right? Like, the attendant didn't say this was specific to BTS, but I would not be surprised if BTS had close encounters like this. The attendant goes on to say even scarier instances. That she has witnessed, talking about how they would use airplanes' toilets after an idol so they can smell their body odor. Or some Sessons don't even make it on the flight. They'll go into the airport bathroom after the idol has used it. It's even weirder if the Sesson fan is a girl and has to go into the men's room after the male idol has used it. I would not be surprised at all if V or BTS knows about things like this happening and just don't use the bathroom anymore. They also explain a trick that people have used to get photos with idols at airports. I've always wondered how these people manage to get through security at airports, but apparently they will buy a ticket, go get a photo with the idol, and then before boarding ask for a refund. Now, while this doesn't necessarily hurt the idol or anything like that, it does hurt the airline's business and even the passengers. Because if it was a full airplane, someone else could have taken that seat instead of maybe booking a flight an hour later because that flight wasn't available anymore. So it's not a good thing. It does hurt someone when people do that, even though the idol might not be in any harm. I do think even doing something like this is going too far. Just sign up for their next fan meet or go see them in concert. There's no point in going to that level just so you can snap a picture, say like a few words to them and then just leave. Like, there's no point. It's just a little weird in my opinion. And all that effort for just one photo? To me, a photo would mean more if it was at a fan meet where we can actually talk to them, or go to a concert where we can actually hear their beautiful voices. Also, anyone going to try to get a whiff of their idol on the toilet, that's just crossing a huge line. Like, what if someone did that to you? You would 100% smack them and call the cops. So why do that to a celebrity? Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving comments. As always, I do have a Patreon if you want to go over there and check stuff out. I have a lot of videos over there that I can't really post on here. This is due to copyright or getting taken down, so I do keep it over there on my Patreon. You can get exclusive content over there like reaction videos such as music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions. You can also recommend things that you would like to see over there. Link is in the top of the description down below. Also, anything you contribute over there gives back to my channel. I do have a video over there explaining that, which is free to watch. With that said, there's 2 videos that will appear up on screen at the end of this video, so click on one of those and I'll see you over there. Bye.